Del Campo here. 2008 Jeep Patriot. Pretty good car. It's got 191K on the clock. It still runs great. Well, we had a couple little problems, but little stuff we need to work out. So we got it in the shop. Work out the little problems. Del Campo here, working on the 2008 Jeep Patriot. We had misfires and it was running terrible. Hooked it up to a laptop that had a ODB2 cord on it. Some software we can troubleshoot that stuff and get the codes. So we found this part was bad. This is the intake manifold runner control valve or something like that. We got the new one, put it on here, and we still have code for the misfire. So this definitely was bad. But then she pulled this wire off right here, off this number 4 spark plug coil. She pulled that off and it didn't make any difference. It was still running on 3 cylinders. So we had somebody in the chat who was stray bullet suggested moving this coil pack from this position over to this position and trying it again. Swap positions, and guess what? Number 3 then misses. That was a good diagnosis. So now we order coil packs. We'll probably order a set of them. Hopefully the miss will be gone and we'll have our Jeep running well again. So yeah, it's 2008 with 192,000 miles on it. Having a couple of fairly inexpensive things go wrong is not a big deal. Not that difficult. Customer complaint. In this case, Kim and I are the customer, so we're working for ourselves. These Jeeps are notorious for this. These lenses fall off here, so I go to order a lens. Well, you know what happens. You can't buy just the lens. You got to buy the whole thing. It's not expensive, but it means you got to come in from the back. You can't put the plug in from plug the light in from the front. So we got this whole thing. Got the wheel off. Got the inner fender off. There were actually 2 complaints. It was this, and the turn signal was rapid. It had been doing this for a while, going tick, 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 real fast. Well, one day it quit working at all. So I thought, well, it needs a bulb. Put a new bulb in it, it doesn't work. So then I get a meter and check the bulb, and the old bulb has continuity all the way through it. So it's like, oh, okay, that's not really what the problem is. Now I got to chase down the real problem. Kim had taken this out and taken a test light, and there's power to this. Electricity goes in there, it stays in there. It doesn't come back out. So we've got to search out and find where the bad ground is. There is a place out here that grounds. We can see it. It looks a little dirty, but we got to chase it down and see if that's really the problem. And then reassemble this thing, get the inner fender back on, get the wheel back on it. Hopefully it goes that smoothly. And these vehicles are really known for bad grounds. These Chrysler products of this era are terrible for that. And we've had other problems on the other side of the Jeep. At one other time I had to redo some grounds. This test light is attached to the positive side of the battery. And then I can take this and I can just stick it on anything, like something that we know is grounded, like a bolt right there, and it lights up. So we've checked it. This is working. This connector is a ground connector, and it bolts to the body structure of the car. And it was filthy, grody mess. Took it all apart, cleaned it up. When I touch this now, it lights up. It's really a good ground now. So I trust that. And when we come over here to these big wires, I can stab a big wire and it lights up. In fact, Kim already did it. She stuck all the big wires, but it's this little wire right here that I got my hand on that goes out to the turn signal. We trace that out, that's where it goes. Having a hard time stabbing it without stabbing my finger. I'll probably end up stabbing my finger. Yeah, when I stab that one, we get nothing. So this little wire down inside this connector, there's bad connection in there. So this little wire coming from the parking light and the turn signal is not grounded, which means it's a bad connection inside the connector. So now we have to decide what we want to do. We could take that connector all apart and clean it and redo the whole thing. That's a lot of work. My suggestion is going to be taking that wire off, putting a connector on it, and separately grounding it to that post. We could take that connector all apart and clean it. That'd be a real hard job. Or we can just bypass it and put a new ground on. It goes to ground anyway. We got this wire. It's a clone of a Weller soldering station. It's an import. But it's really cool because you can set the temperature and everything. I got my helping hands where I can clamp something in here. And I soldered that, put a piece of shrink on it, Now we've got to connect this end. I don't know, we got to decide where we're going to connect it. And then this is going to bolt underneath the same grounding bolt that's on the chassis. And we should have ground to our turn signal and our running light or parking light. We made this piece and then connected it to the wire that goes to the socket. So this will ground where it wasn't grounding before. This is the new ground wire. It goes, we're just bypassing that big connector because the little ground wire in that connector doesn't connect, but the other wires do. So the connector's good enough for everything else, but not for that one. So we just put an auxiliary ground wire, ground connector on there. We're going to put it on that stud that's on the body of the car, and that'll get us our ground. We know the body of the car is good because we tried that with the test light. Before we assemble all this, we need to check it out and make sure it really works. We just think it works. We don't know for sure. So I'm going to walk around, get in the car, turn on the turn signal, turn on the lights, see what happens. Okay, so I'm in here. I'm going to turn on the parking lights. The parking lights work. Oh, that's a nod. Yes, the parking lights work. Kim, do we have a turn signal out there? She gives me the thumbs up. Oh, and it's at a normal rate. Oh, this is good.
All right, Buffalo Campo's taken out the inner wheel housing. So there's a clip. Do you see the clips?
Yeah, I see the clip. I need a little screwdriver or something.
Okay, I'll show them what's going on. So there's 3 screws that go here. There's a clip here. You pull this inner side thing out, and then there's those things. There's 2 more down underneath, and then we'll get into there so that we can get this damaged lens out. The replacement one came in the mail today, so he's going to install that, and then it will be ready because the chumpy deal under the hood, the coil pack, has been replaced. And oh, we did another thing. We did a thing in the garage. There was already a hole in the building right there, so he made it a little bigger. It goes out and sticks out the side of the building. Can you see it? It's a little dark out here, but it sticks out the side of the building, and then it goes down over here, and we adapted it to a rubber pipe that sticks in the exhaust pipe. That way we can run the, through a test cycle here. And he's just getting the tools to
Are you coming through?
Yeah, I'm getting out of your way. I had a busy day. I already did this side. He's doing that side. We're racing. Did anybody count the minutes? I think you're winning. It took me 2 days to do my side. That's how it's going.
We're gonna get this thing started again, and we're gonna actually drive it out of the shop and drive it up the street and go somewhere, and it should all work right, we hope. I think I'm pretty confident in it now. So far, so good. Well, the Jeep's good. Drove it to the grocery store. We're gonna buy lettuce. The lettuce looked terrible, so we bought $70 worth of other crap.
One of everything else.
One of everything, except lettuce. Jeep is, let me tell you, the Jeep runs so well. I don't ever remember it running this well. So I think what happened is that intake valve, I shortened up the name of it, that intake valve thing that we replaced, I bet that's been not working for a long time. And when the coil pack went, it became undrivable. I don't ever remember it being this good. This thing goes down the road so nice. 50 mile an hour speed limit out here, right away I'm going 60. Just, it's like, oops. And I know I'm supposed to look at the camera, and I was out looking all over at the Jeep. That's a bad habit, isn't it? Gotta get better habits. So not only is the Jeep running better, I'm looking at the camera.